Let's go! Atlanta Falcons fans, how does it feel that you got rizzed up, baby? Let's go. Who Dat Nation is upon us, baby. The comeback for the NFC South crown is under freaking way. We start things off, though, talking some Kirk Cousins inbreakers. And look, this started off really well for the Atlanta Falcons. You get this nice sideline ball to Drake London, but as many Falcons fans know, as this game moved on, the pass protection really began to fall apart, right? Really good throw by Kirk to beat Tyrann Mathieu, the very talented safety, and you get a first down. So on 3rd and 1, you get into shotgun. Very interesting, especially considering how good of a game Bijan Robinson had. And Kirk starts off looking to the right. I don't think the Falcons thought the Saints were going to rush 3 and drop 8, which makes this really tough. Kirk sits into the pocket as long as he possibly could, and this ends up just being a really, really good play as Drake London has been phenomenal. Darnell Mooney, he couldn't bring it down. Let's go to this 3rd and 4. Ugo Amandi, 0 for the Saints, had a really good game. Obviously, Darnell Mooney has basically cooked everyone. Little shot Kirk went to this. This is an out versus a DB that has about as big of an outside leverage advantage as you could think of. Kirk still trusts Mooney, who's been really good. This protection is also really good. But once again, Amandi had that leverage advantage, and they let them play physical all day, every day, and Mooney can't bring it in. So now we get to the same exact matchup, and Atlanta liked it. You know, Amandi, a 6-year player out of Oregon, and Mooney, you could see that this is a dogfight between the two of them. Eventually, Mooney gets to the outside. The protection overall was really good early in this game, and Kirk eventually sees that Darnell Mooney has Amandi beat. It still takes a really, really good throw. It's not the worst coverage ever. And honestly, this is some really good wide receiver play from Mooney. Notice he puts his hands up at the very last second, so Amandi can't stick his hand up there and guess when the ball is actually coming. That's really, really, really good wide receiver play. Best throw of the day from Kirk Cousins. So it's 2nd and 3, 8 minutes left to go. You're down 10-0. Look at this play action fake. Fake like you're running to the left, then run to the right, split zone Drake London, and you're getting the football deep, okay? So you'll see that the protection actually breaks down right up the gut, but he sees that Mooney has a step here on the really fast Alontae Taylor, and while Cousins is getting destroyed by Brian Bresee, look at this ball location right here. Alontae Taylor's speed catches up to it. Bang. Mooney's still able to make the catch. Really good stuff. So Bijan scores, and the Saints follow up with the score. So once again, you're down by 10, and this is something the Falcons have done all season long. Trips bunch, and you can see that the Saints are in a mag call, which means man everywhere he goes. So basically, you're man-to-man, man-to-man, man-to-man. Sometimes the assignments switch. You'll see that the Saints stick with Taylor on Darnell Mooney, and then it gives Amandi the one-on-one versus Drake London. And once again, Amandi has outside leverage, but you'll see that Kirk Cousins trusts Drake London to run a really good route, which he does. He gets Amandi thinking it's vertical, turns him around, and Cousins, with all that anticipation, throws the football on this deep out. Look at that. Bang. All right, this is coming out of the 2-minute warning. Kirk Cousins sees that there is a safety that comes into the box, and he knows it's single high, so he motions over Darnell Mooney, and you're running a deep over here and a dig behind it. Kirk Cousins looks like he's changing up the protection here, and basically what he's going to do is see where Tyrann Mathieu's going to go. Okay, so you get a play action fake. Protection breaks down right up the middle. So Kirk Cousins sees that there is a safety over the top of this deep over to Darnell Mooney, so he decides to rip the dig all the way over here with the guy right in his face while getting hit. Bang. That is really sexy stuff right there. Wow. All right, we get to this 3rd and 7, and this is really advanced quarterback play, but it kind of isn't if you've played the position before, okay? So this is really good stuff right here from Ray McCloud. He's able to get behind the guy who made the interception of the year last week versus the Panthers, 27. It really was one heck of a play. And because his back is turned, Kirk Cousins knows that this ball is going to be complete, right? If your back is completely turned, there's no way you're going to turn around and make the interception. Look at that. Whizzes right by him. Can't really play it any better. Falcons eventually have to settle for a field goal, which Koo missed. Remember earlier you hit Darnell Mooney on the deep over on this outside zone play action fake? Well, this time you play action and you actually do throw to Drake London in the flat. So once again, this game should have been closer, but once again, the Falcons choked at the field goal kicker position because of the Riz Master, baby. Let's go. All right, biggest play of the second half, and I'll tell you this, Chase Young and effort don't always go hand in hand, especially if you're a 49ers fan. You know all about it. Well, this is why he was a former number 2 overall pick. He prevents a touchdown. Okay, he crashes this tackle right into Kirk Cousins' lap, and you'll see that he has Demario Davis on Drake London. This ball is there, and Chase Young just affects it. Okay, so you miss all those field goals. Koo finally makes a field goal, and then you get to Bijan Robinson, who was the superstar of the day for the Atlanta Falcons, right? Saints defense stepped up, had a good day overall. Their run fits get a little weird right here. Amandi has a chance to make the tackle. He had a good day overall in coverage. He gets off that block right there from Drake London, but him and 5 missed the block, and then it's a foot race, and Bijan's going to win a lot of foot races, even when he trips. Man, that shows you some elite athleticism and some power to get around this right here from the best safety of this era, Tyrann Mathieu, and it's a touchdown. 20-17. Will the Falcons choke this away like the Falcons normally do versus the Saints? Get a double A gap blitz with Granderson, a pass rusher, and guess what? Kirk Cousins likes that matchup. Look at the anticipation he throws through this tight window right here. This is ridiculous stuff from Kirk. Look at this. Good wide base that time, good protection. They pick up the exotic blitz well, and he hits Drake London right in the number, and it is a huge, huge, huge gain. And we finally get the Atlanta Falcons' daddy. Yes, he is your daddy. Ask Matt Ryan.
Here he is before the game, sacking Matt Ryan.
Cam Jordan is going into Canton mainly because the Falcons are ass versus number 94. And this time, Bijan Robinson actually trips his own right tackle. You can't do that versus a great 9-4, baby. Sack him down, Cam. Let's freaking go. All right, it's 3rd and Magic City, and it's a weird situation, okay? Pick up all the yards, you get a first down, you're down by 3, or pick up some of the yards to make it a more manageable field goal. The funny thing here is Kirk is stuck between a rock and a hard place here, right? You can pick up the yards here to make it a more manageable field goal, or you can really go for it all, and I think he should have gone for it all here. So you're running a flood concept here to the right side, flat, deep over, and deep corner right here. Okay, not over, but 2 corner routes. And could this have been thrown to Darnell Mooney? Yes, it could have. Okay, a little shocked that he didn't try it, all right? Because he had a good enough pocket to actually try and rip this. But I also understood his logic to get it here, all right? And Bijan's like, heck yeah, I'm going to pick up this first down, give me some Lou Williams hot honey lemon pepper wings. Is that it? He almost got it, and he is in a manageable field goal here. But this is what happens when the Falcons are in the dome. They choke. They can't handle the Riz. All right? Koo's terrible day continues, and bang! A little doinkage. Saints maintain the lead, baby. All right.
They ran that route a couple times throughout the game. We was in a different coverage. I couldn't really leave my spot. I knew that wasn't any deeper route, so just being aggressive, trying to make a play.
So you heard from the man himself on this play, and you are right. Remember earlier we pointed out this exact play, Drake London on the in-breaker, okay? So it is single high coverage, and Tyrann Mathieu does look to this side. And what's funny here is Kirk Cousins starts off looking to the left, and he sees that Tyrann Mathieu is on this hash. So he feels pretty good that there's not going to be any safety in this spot, okay? But Kirk, with a lot of anticipation, doesn't see this ridiculous closing speed from Tyrann Mathieu, and it is a little bit of a misfire as well. Kirk trying to get this in-breaker in here, and you're just not going to get that through, right? You could see that London wasn't there quick enough, and Tyrann Mathieu picks it off because he's a freaking GOAT. So you get one last chance here with Kirk, and man, this was a bad Kirk game. It really, really, really was. You did see a lot of the good things that he did versus the Buccaneers and some of these other teams recently. We've done a Kirk Cousins breakdown of pretty much every game this season, and this was another good throw with a lot of anticipation. Obviously, the Falcons see that the Saints are playing very soft coverage, so that adds to this. But overall, if I were a Falcons fan, and God forbid if I was, my goodness gracious, I would not be panicking too much just because you had one rough Kirk game. He was still seeing some things and completing them, but there were a few balls I think he could have ripped, and there was a few that he probably should have kept in the chamber. But honestly, this is my major concern, these Falcons offensive tackles. Now, on this play in particular, I would have liked to have seen Kirk step up and help your offensive tackles out. And guess what? You still have one timeout left. You could have even hit this right here to Kyle. And, well, he doesn't because Kirk, when the game is on the line, he's normally, let's be honest, primetime Kirk, it's not been too bad. But right there, that is inexcusable. All right, so it is 3rd and freaking Smyrna, and my goodness gracious, Kirk does the right thing. So this time he does hit this check down, and you can see he's trying to rip something, but he decides to go underneath here. Now, truth be told, the Falcons weren't the only one that butchered this situation. Okay, they were not the only ones. My dear beloved LSU Tigers did the practically same thing. But you see, Kirk hurries up to the line, and he's saying, hey, everyone, just go, just go. I really don't know what the hell Kirk was saying here, but in this spot, the Saints have these two verticals covered, okay? You obviously can't throw this. So in this spot, I'm a little shocked that the Falcons didn't just run Hail Mary all goes, right? There wasn't anything that was going to be completed for a touchdown. I am a little shocked that Kirk did not throw this smash concept. I mean, this is there, and if you hit this quick enough and he runs straight out of bounds, you might have a game-winning field goal. I don't know. But, man, you hit this to Ray McCloud, you don't even pick up the first down, and the clock runs out. Yeah, I mean, now that I'm looking at it from this angle, maybe if he does rip this ball to Mooney, he catches it and runs directly out of bounds. I have no idea why Kirk do this. I don't know. I don't know how Kirk went full Kirk. He's been really good in every game except the 2 games versus the Saints. So, man, just it's stupid. Let's just call it what it is. And Raheem Morris is like, what the heck is going on? And he's calling for one more play. Brother, it's 4th down. What are you talking about? Falcons are more worried about Pat O's than actually beating the Saints. Come on, Falcons. You have an NFC. We practically gave you the NFC South when we choked that game away early in the season. But you can't handle the Riz. You just can't.